This is Winding Worlds. It's an adventure game on the iPad that's got kind of a novel control scheme. You can see here that this is the hub world, and you can see here that it's got kind of a spirally shape to it. Right now, all I'm doing is I'm dragging my finger up and down on the screen, and the character is moving around on sort of the spiral shaped path. So I believe I've only finished one world so far, so let's go into the second one. Hey there, Sengatsu, thanks for joining me. And Dojin Cat Memes is also here. Okay, so my character is on an adventure. That's pretty much all I know. He says, if this is a dream, I'd really like to wake up now. Also, if that's where the subtitles are going to be, I should be over here. Hello? Does anyone live here? Aha! Where I want to actually be is up at the top of the screen. Yar, lass, can you come over here? I be needing some help. Alright, so, again, I'm just sliding my finger up and down to rotate the world and my character with it. When I get near something I can interact with, I tap the little button that appears. Greetings to you, lass. I'm Captain Crabbo, and this is my ship, but you can just call me Crabbo. Hi, Willow. Nice to meet you. Where are we? Wish I knew, lass. I've been stuck here for a long, long time, but it's all my own fault. Ooh, cutscene. I used to have a crew, see? We'd taken in turns to split the treasure after every trip. We'd draw cards. Lowest card went first. Highest card went last. Do I... Oh, this is interactive. Okay. Aha. So, okay, sliding up and down moves these hands in and out. What about left and right? Left and right moves these hands. So this is the way the puzzles in this game work. It's not like inventory puzzles and things like you usually see in adventure games. It's trying to figure out how the control scheme applies to the current situation. So dragging up and down usually does one thing, and dragging left and right usually does something else. So I'm not sure if they want me to... Okay, so it says lowest card goes first. So does that mean that I need to remove the hands that do not have the lowest card? Yeah, okay, that's what I have to do. Okay, so he goes first. Okay, and then do I need to make the red? Yes, I need to make the red hands go next. And then the skeletal hands go last. Oop, whoops. A lot of the time, if you sort of... There's like a sweet spot you're trying to hit scrolling up and down. It's really easy to sort of overshoot. I think that's so you don't just, like, max out some direction and just stumble on the answer. You have to actually find it on purpose. But I got caught up in greed. I pushed him too far. Oh, hey, Waringworth just joined us. Good to see you. Our ship was torn apart by a terrible sea monster. Oh, actually, it looks like Ranithcore joined us too, so we got a lot of people in the chat. Good to see you all. It's been kind of a rough day, but I hope we can kind of, try to find something to enjoy this evening. Sangatsu says that this actually feels a little bit like a Little Prince game because of the little tiny planets that we're running around on, and that is absolutely true. Okay, so I need to... Okay, so I'm dragging my finger up and down. It's not doing much, just bouncing the octopus thing a little bit. Left and right makes it shake? Okay, I'm a little confused, actually. I'm not sure. Do I want it to be shaking? Is shaking good or bad? If I shake, I'm just going to drag my hand across it really, really fast and just shake it a ton. That doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, and pushing that button just tries to pause the game. That's not what I'm looking for. We have folks in the chat talking about the fact that everybody's got, schedules changing and things like that, and makes it easier for some folks to show up for these streams and harder for others. But I will take you know, any involvement that you can that you can afford to do right now. I mean, everybody's got weird schedules right now, but I love having folks here, and so anytime you can show up, I really appreciate it. All right, so I feel like I'm missing something. Am I supposed to be trying to free the ship? Okay, so if I drag it down, I get the eyes real close to the ship, and then what happens if I go left and right? Okay, nothing. What happens if I drag the other direction? Make the eyes as far away from the ship as I can. Then go left and right. It's just vibrating. This doesn't feel useful. The ship looks like it's got a slight subtle crack down the middle of it. I'm just moving my hands around randomly now, trying to figure out what's going on. Notice that you can sort of see which thing I'm doing. I've got these little wind gusts that look like they're going left when I'm dragging left, and right when I'm dragging right, and they also go up and down when I'm dragging vertically. Is there some hint in the eyes about what I should be doing? Like if I bring the eyes all the way down, it gets almost kind of cross-eyed, like it's looking at it really closely. Okay, I'm just gonna move it as fast as I can. This is not doing anything. What am I missing? What am I missing? Oh. Now, Wearing Orb has a much more strict and involving streaming schedule than I have. I'm impressed by your resilience. Okay, but if I can't figure this out, this particular segment of my stream is going to get very, very short. I can't believe I'm stuck on a vibrating octopus and I can't figure out what to do with it. I mean, clearly, I feel like this ship is... Oh, wait. I just went both directions simultaneously. I split my fingers apart. Was that what I was supposed to do? The button appeared. I'm trying to figure out what worked before I move on. Because even though I had the button and I could... Okay. I'm not sure what I did, but somehow something worked. So I'm just going to take it and we're going to go forward. I lost me entire crew. And I've been alone, washed up here ever since. 'Tis a punishment I deserve. But I want a chance to apologize to him, and you can help. I'm not sure how, but I can try. What do you need? Yara, that's a spirit. I think my crew must have washed up on that island we were sailing to. If I could just find the map again, I could find my crew and apologize. I just need two things. I needs the sea back, and I needs the lighthouse to light me way. Can't sail with no sea, can't see with no light. I needs to see the sea. I have no idea how to bring back the sea, but I'll see what I can do. Okay, so scrolling up and down runs me around this little world. Does left and right do it? Oh, left and right moves the lighthouse relative to everything else. Alright, so... Is there something I can do when I'm in front of the lighthouse? Do I get a button? Ah, oh, there's a ladder. Okay, so I can climb the ladder. And then walk over to the other ladder. Oh wait, what's this? Alright, looks like these pipes should be connected. Okay, if I move vertically, I can line those pipes up, and then horizontally line those pipes. Oh, line those pipes up. There we go. And I'll just loosen these bolts. Okay. So horizontally doesn't do a ton. What is vertically? Oh, okay. So oh, what? So if I move it up, I loosened that one. Okay. And then... do I just have to find the sweet spot where the thing starts moving on its own? Oh, it just suddenly started moving. How odd. Sometimes I'll find the answer. Like, this game is kind of about sort of feeling your way through the puzzles. It's very tactile. Like, the past couple of puzzles, you know, I haven't really logically worked out what I needed to do. I just sort of felt and fumbled my way through it until I found an answer. Okay, oh, wait. Okay, so we're gonna fill that up to there, and then what is left? Oh, if I move to the right, it turns the other wheels, and we get all the water. There we go. What was that loud, soggy sound? Okay, well, we've got an ocean now. That's great. Ah. Now climb up to the top and fix the light, lass. Alright. So I imagine I need to walk over to this ladder, hit the button. That would be an actually pretty scary ladder to climb. Okay, so this will be, oh, another little fixin' puzzle. So one of these has to fit. Okay, so left and right lift those two light bulbs. Vertically? What does going vertically do? It rotates the light bulbs. Okay, so now it's vertical. So now, wait. Oh, okay, so it just goes through them all in turn. Okay. Yeah, so each puzzle interacts with the control scheme in a pretty different way. It's like it keeps trying to sort of surprise you with how the controls work, so you kind of have to feel your way through. So anyway, ow my eyes. There she glows. You did it, lass. Use that beautiful beacon to locate the pieces of my map. I'll fish 'em out with my trusty rod. Alright, so it looks like we've got one already. Or do we? Oh, no, we don't. I'm going to have that button no matter what. I have to actually get him to the right places. Oh, I think something's shiny right there. Yeah, let's go fishing here. There we go. I think we got one. Oh, okay, I can see little glints for where the others are. Another bit of map. And I think I saw another one over here. Oh, missed. Gotta get the thing right over it. I am failing at this. Okay, let's try there. There we go. Are there only 3 pieces? Yar, that be the last one. Just add a little bit of pirate tape and good as new. Now I can sail off to where my crew waits for me. Hope they can forgive me for what I done. Oh, a moon. So I'm still up in that lighthouse, aren't I? Oh, what's this? Guess that spiral mean that we're done? So the overall story of this is I think that I'm just being sent around to correct problems in people's lives, and somehow that will have some positive impact on the world. I'm not sure what the ongoing meta story is. There's something creepy about it. There's like some sort of Ouroboros-like spirally snake that has been trying to get me to do these things, and I don't know what its agenda is, and it might be kind of weird. But that's, I think, meant to be discovered over the long haul, playing this game, for a while and then seeing multiple puzzles. I can hear me crew. It's like they're calling me to the beyond. Wait, am I helping people out of purgatory? Is that what I'm doing? Am I helping people get to the Heaviside layer? And he's gone too. But where? Yeah, what am I just like... Am I sending people to hell? Is that what I'm doing? Alright. Ah, another one of these portals. I wish I had a crew waiting for me too. Okay, it's gonna walk to the portal. Push the button. And there we go. And now I'm back. Okay, so I imagine that over time, as I complete each of these little puzzle rooms, it's going to be filling up that spiral and building towards some climactic ending. Yeah, I get it. Ignore the searing butt pain. Go through the next door. I hope Captain Crabbo found his crew. Alright, so I could go to the next door now. But I think I'm going to stop here just because, you know, I think this is an interesting taste of what this game is like. I don't want to just go through and, you know, try to solve all the puzzles. I want other people to be able to enjoy it. But this game's interesting. They sort of, you know, it definitely feels different to play from a lot of other games that I've seen. Because it definitely has the trappings of an adventure game, but it's got, you know, a different kind of puzzle and a different kind of control scheme. And like the whole, I kind of enjoy games where the entire game is about figuring out the control scheme. It's especially, you know, like feeling your way through it like this. There are some frustrating times where I don't understand the logic of what I'm doing, and that can be tough, but it seems like you can always kind of feel your way through, even if you don't fully understand what's going on. So anyway, that is Winding Worlds. Before we wrap up the video, Not Jim Artist had a question. He said, sometime I'd like you to detail your streaming setup. So I guess, you know, we've got a second, I'll share some of the information. So what I've got is my PC is right over here, and I've got a couple of screens hooked up to it, and I've got an Elgato, was it a HD60S, which has very, very little input lag, which is nice because sometimes, like right here, I was actually playing the game looking at OBS while I was playing instead of looking down at the screen, which you can do with the HD60S because the input lag is almost non-existent. It's existent, but almost non-existent. So I've got that sitting there. So basically, I've got, you know, several different consoles. I've got my my dev kit for when I do work streams on, you know, pre-release builds. I've got my Xbox One, I've got my PlayStation 4, I've got my Switch dock right here, and I've got a little adapter for my iPad. So I just, you know, I've got the Elgato sitting right here, and I've got all these different HDMI cables that lead to all these different machines, and I just, you know, I've got them all labeled and everything, so I just plug whichever machine I want to stream from into the Elgato, and then I'm using OBS, so I've you know, I've just gotten really used to it. I think it's pretty user friendly, and a lot of people use it. So if I need advice, it's easy to get. It's vanilla OBS. I know a lot of people use Streamlabs OBS, and I just haven't tried that before. I know it's got a lot of extra features that I haven't seen that maybe I would have benefited from if that's the direction I'd gone. But I've gotten really used to vanilla OBS, and I like it. You can also see that I've got a ring light up there. You can see that reflected in my glasses. So I used to have like the full light on in this room, but it's really bright, and it also when I put a green screen up behind me, that light is actually really kind of hot on the green screen, and it makes the green screen sort of be lit unevenly from top to bottom because the top is so close to the light. So I bought a couple of ring lights, mostly so I could use the green screen for my work streams, because I kind of need them to sort of fill in the light on the green screen and make it really even. But since I have them anyway for the green screen, I figured I'd also just use them for, you know, more comfortable lighting while I'm doing my own streams, where I don't, you know, occasionally I've done green screen streams on my own channel, but I usually avoid it just because it's a lot of extra hassle, and this wall is up all the time because of work, and so that's much easier to work with. Wearing Orb asks, does the Elgato do AV cables? No, it only has an HDMI input. So if you want to, you know, to use something else, like for instance this lightning cable, you need to have some kind of adapter to go to HDMI if you want it to connect to the Elgato. I know that the Elgato seems to be sort of the industry standard. Like, I haven't really heard a lot of people using other game capture like hardware. And so I don't really know if there's other ones out there that use different inputs, but yeah, the Elgato seems to be pretty standardized on HDMI. Let's see here. So I think that's it for answering that question, unless anybody has any additional follow-up questions. Um, but for now, I think we'll wrap up this video. I'll put a subscribe button on the screen, all that stuff, and we'll go and play something else.